Liam Lawson revealed the secret truth behind Kim and Lewis Hamilton's relationship. Hold on, stop scrolling, because a Formula One rookie just did what the entire entertainment press could not. He accidentally cracked open the most talked about celebrity situationship of the year, and nobody saw it coming. We are talking fast cars, faster rumors, and one very unfiltered young driver who apparently did not get the memo about keeping his mouth shut. Buckle up, because this ride has more twists than a Monaco street circuit. Quick favor, if you are already feeling the energy, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and share this with someone who lives for celebrity tea. We drop these weekly, and trust me, you do not want to miss what is coming next. Now, let us set the scene. Lewis Hamilton, 7-time Formula One world champion, fashion icon, vegan activist, and apparently the most eligible bachelor in a zip code that covers the entire planet. This man has dated supermodels, graced every red carpet known to mankind, and somehow still manages to look like the main character in a movie nobody has finished writing yet. He's not just a celebrity, he's a cinematic universe. Kim Kardashian, reality television's greatest gift to pop culture. Business mogul, beauty entrepreneur, and a woman who has turned her personal life into a global spectacle so refined it practically has its own production budget. If something is happening in Kim's world, the world finds out. That's not gossip, that's just physics. So when whispers started circling that these two might actually be spending time together, the internet did what the internet does best. It absolutely lost its mind. But here's where it gets really interesting. Enter Liam Lawson. For those who do not follow Formula One, first of all, catch up, because the sport is having a serious pop culture moment. Liam Lawson is a young New Zealand-born racing driver who has been making waves on the F1 grid. He's talented, he's confident, and based on recent events, he's also apparently an open book in situations where a locked diary would have served him much better. During what should have been a routine media interaction, the kind where drivers talk about lap times and tire strategies and nothing remotely interesting to anyone outside of motorsport, Lawson casually dropped a comment that sent the celebrity gossip world into full emergency mode, the kind of comment that makes publicists age 10 years in real time. Now, we are not here to put words in anyone's mouth. What we are here to do is unpack what was said, what it means, and why the timing of all of this is so spectacularly perfect it almost feels scripted. Almost. So what exactly did Lawson say? In a candid moment that has since been clipped, shared, screenshotted, and dissected more thoroughly than most scientific studies, Lawson referenced Lewis Hamilton in a way that suggested he had personal knowledge of the champion's current personal life situation. The comment was brief, it was offhand, but it carried weight because it implied that within the inner circle of Formula One, that tight-knit, high-speed brotherhood of drivers and teams, Hamilton's connection with Kim Kardashian wasn't exactly a secret. Let that sink in for a second. Within the paddock, the exclusive backstage world of Formula One where access is tightly controlled and discretion is supposedly the name of the game, people apparently knew, and Liam Lawson, bless his unfiltered soul, let a little of that knowledge slip into the public atmosphere like a slow tire puncture. You don't notice it at first, then suddenly, everything is flat. Now here's where we need to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because context is everything. Lewis Hamilton's personal life has been the subject of intense speculation for years. After his highly publicized relationship with Nicole Scherzinger ended, Hamilton has been characteristically private about romantic matters. He's been linked to various names over the years, some confirmed, most denied, all exhaustingly speculated upon. The man values his privacy in a sport that puts him in front of millions of cameras every single weekend. So when a potential connection to Kim Kardashian started gaining traction, it wasn't just celebrity gossip. It was a collision of two of the most followed, most analyzed, most talked about human beings on the planet. The rumors themselves started as most modern celebrity rumors do, with a series of coincidences that piled up fast enough to feel deliberate. Hamilton and Kim were spotted at overlapping events. There were social media follows and unfollows that got tracked with the precision of a stock market analyst. There were outfits, there were locations, there were timeline puzzles that fans assembled with the dedication of a cold case detective team working a weekend shift. But none of it was confirmed. None of it was denied properly either. And in the celebrity world, silence is basically a press release. Then, Lawson happened. And suddenly the question shifted from, are they, to, okay, but how serious is this actually? Here's the thing about Formula One that casual fans might not fully appreciate. It is one of the most globe-trotting, jet-setting sports on Earth. The calendar takes drivers to over 20 countries across a single season. They are constantly moving, constantly in the public eye, and constantly surrounded by the kind of elite social circles that make regular celebrity events like a neighborhood block party.
Lewis Hamilton specifically has cultivated a lifestyle that exists comfortably at the intersection of sport, fashion, art, and entertainment. He's genuinely plugged into the celebrity world in a way that few athletes are, which means his social world and Kim Kardashian's social world, they're not that far apart. In fact, they've been orbiting the same exclusive atmosphere for years. These are people who attend the same Met Galas, sit in the same front rows at Fashion Week, get invited to the same exclusive dinners in cities most of us will only visit through travel documentaries. The idea that they would eventually connect is not shocking. What is shocking is that it took this long for it to become a genuine conversation.
And now, thanks to one unguarded moment from a racing driver who was probably just trying to make small talk, it is very much a genuine conversation. But let us also acknowledge the other layer of this story, because there is always another layer. There always is. Kim Kardashian has been navigating her post-divorce era with a level of strategic visibility that is honestly impressive. Her split from Kanye West was not just a celebrity breakup. It was a cultural event that played out across headlines, courtroom filings, social media, and a hit television show simultaneously. Coming out of that and rebuilding her public image as an independent, thriving individual has been a masterclass in personal brand management. Every move she makes is watched. Every relationship she enters, or is rumored to enter, carries narrative weight that extends far beyond just who she is dating. So the idea that she would be connected to Lewis Hamilton specifically is interesting on multiple levels. He is accomplished outside of entertainment. He is respected globally for reasons that have nothing to do with reality television or social media. He is his own brand, his own institution. A connection with Hamilton would not be Kim riding anyone's coattails. It would be two fully formed cultural forces meeting somewhere in the middle. That is genuinely compelling. And both of their teams, the very professional, very strategic people who manage their public presence, have been conspicuously quiet about the whole thing. Not a denial, not a confirmation, not a carefully worded, they are just friends non-statement that still manages to keep everyone guessing. Just silence. Strategic, deliberate, beautifully executed silence. Which is exactly why Liam Lawson's comment cut through so effectively. Because in a situation where everyone involved has chosen to say nothing, one person who was not supposed to say anything said something. And that something, as small and offhand as it was, became the loudest thing anyone has said about this entire situation. Here is another angle worth considering, and this is where it gets genuinely fascinating. Formula One has experienced an enormous surge in mainstream popularity recently, driven partly by media coverage that has brought the sport's personalities to a whole new global audience. Drivers are no longer just athletes. They are celebrities. They have fan bases that rival pop stars. They are on fashion magazine covers. They are walking red carpets. The sport has crossed over into mainstream culture in a way that was unthinkable a decade ago. And Lewis Hamilton, who has been at the center of that cultural evolution longer than anyone, sits at the very top of that crossover moment. So when a story connects Formula One to Kim Kardashian, a figure who is essentially the benchmark for mainstream pop culture relevance, it is not just a celebrity gossip story. It is a story about two worlds that have been slowly merging, finally, publicly, dramatically touching. And Liam Lawson was standing at the exact wrong, or right, depending on your perspective, place when it happened. Now, the big question everyone wants answered, and we are going to be real with you here, is what exactly is going on between Kim and Lewis? The truth, as best as can be pieced together from everything that has surfaced, is that this is a connection that is real, that people within certain circles are aware of, and that both parties have made a very conscious choice to keep out of the public narrative for as long as possible. Whether that is because they are taking things slowly, protecting something that is still developing, or simply because they both understand that the second it goes fully public, it becomes a media circus of historic proportions. Probably all three. What Lawson's comment suggests is that whatever is happening, it is not a secret to everyone. It is a secret to the public. And in the world of celebrities at this level, those are two very different things. The inner circles know, the publicists know, the paddock apparently knows. And now, thanks to the beautiful chaos of one unscripted moment, we all know a little more than we did before. The story is still unfolding. These things always are. But the fact that it broke open through an F1 driver in a candid media moment, rather than through a carefully staged paparazzi photo or a coordinated magazine exclusive, tells you something important. This one is real enough that people on the inside are treating it as a known reality, not a rumor to be managed. And that, more than anything else, is what makes this story worth watching. Thank you so much for watching. We genuinely appreciate you being here.